Hi there guys, hope you enjoyed my demented guitar stylings there. You've joined me in the app. As you can see, I've only got the IR in use. These grayed out buttons means that these things are all off. That's because I'm using my GH250 as the amp and the Atomic just as an IR loader. So this button here, if you click this, this will take you to a folder that I've downloaded these from the Atomic site. And the one I've selected is the Rumble, which when it comes up in the app comes up as this S4x12G65. There's a few different parameters you can alter down here. So air is kind of extreme high end, you know, sort of 10k and up, I guess. I've put the bottom on 1 dB boost because this is a slightly thinner sounding cabinet to the rest. Peaking is just off, but that comes up as 0.5. But the important control here is this roll off, which I've got set to 5k. This is going to get rid of a lot of fizz. If you leave it set to its standard parameter, it's just a lot of high end, so I get rid of some of that using the roll off there. Now these buttons up at the top mean nothing when you're only using the cab IR. These things don't work. Only the level control will function when you're only using that. If you were to engage the amp, then these controls would have some kind of an effect. If you are using it just as an IR loader, as I'm doing here, the level control is probably going to have to be on full because there's really not that much volume coming from it. Now if you click on the word globals at the top, you can go to the global settings and you can actually boost the overall volume that's coming out of either the XLR or the jack out. Bear in mind though, if I put that on 12, so you've got 12 dB boost there, if I go back to my cab setting here, I'm going to alter these little switches. I'm going to alter this on my actual unit, on the hardware. So I'm going to put this in the top setting like that. This is one of my main patches that I use for gigging. This is my clean sound, so I'm on the Deluxe. The Deluxe, by the way, was my favorite cab IR for like the last maybe year or something. I like it, but on a recording it gets a little woofy. I'll probably carry on using that one live though, but the Rumble is my new favorite for using just as an IR loader. Anyway, the point being, if I now go to the globals, it's still showing 12 dB. That's because the parameters of the global settings don't get saved, unfortunately, in these. So just bear that in mind, because if you boost the level here and then you stick it back on one of your regular patches, you probably end up deafening yourself. Aside from the Deluxe Reverb model, which is the one I've used for my cleans, the Rumble amp is the only one I've ever used for my dirty stuff, whether it's lead or rhythm or whatever it is. I've either used it direct in, or I've used maybe a compressor in front of it, or a drive pedal, whatever it is. The Rumble amp is the only one I've ever used. I find some of them quite fizzy, to be honest, even if you dial it out with the high-end roll-off in the cab section of the app. The Rumble is easily the nicest one, and for me, the Atomic is worth the price just for that one amp sim. Because, if you bought an amp, you just have one amp, right? Unless it was a modeling amp. So, I'm still happy with the unit just purely because of that one patch. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Later.